Have you ever pondered why a woman remains attached to a narcissist, despite the warning signs glaring in front of her? What type of woman chooses to stay with a narcissist, enduring the chaos and emotional ups and downs? Today, we're delving into the complexities of connections to unveil the solution to this puzzling query. From the captivating allure of narcissists to the rooted fears and societal expectations that ensnare women, we'll investigate the network of factors that play into this occurrence. So, find yourself a comfortable spot. Come along as we uncover the enigma of what type of woman sticks with a narcissist. 1. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a force that can trap women in relationships with narcissists. This connection forms when intense emotional events, such as abuse and manipulation, create a bond between the victim and the abuser. Despite realizing how toxic the relationship is, the victim finds themselves deeply connected to the narcissist, unable to break from the cycle of mistreatment. The emotional ups and downs in the relationship intensify feelings, solidifying the bond between them. This strong connection makes it extremely difficult for the victim to free themselves from the hold of the narcissist, leading to a cycle of abuse and reliance. When they understand that they should leave, the attachment created by trauma often proves powerful, keeping them stuck in a harmful pattern. 2. Fear of abandonment. Many women struggle with seated fears of being abandoned, leading them to hold on to relationships even when they are harmful. Narcissists are skilled at exploiting these fears by using manipulation and control tactics to keep their partners attached to them. By employing techniques such as gaslighting and emotional manipulation, narcissists create feelings of dependency and fear in their partners. For women who are haunted by abandonment issues, the idea of being left is too much to bear, driving them to endure pain in the quest for love and companionship. Despite realizing the toxicity of the relationship, the dread of facing life solo outweighs their thinking, trapping them in a cycle of distress and hopelessness. 3. Cognitive dissonance. In situations of dissonance, individuals often experience discomfort due to conflicting thoughts or emotions. Within relationships, women may encounter this phenomenon when confronted with the disparity between the facade of the narcissist and their hurtful behaviors. This inner turmoil can hinder their ability to acknowledge the reality of the situation. Instead, they may resort to downplaying or rationalizing the conduct by convincing themselves that the narcissist did not intend harm or that change is on the horizon. This internal conflict can trap women in relationships as they strive to convince themselves that things are not as dire as they appear. Recognizing and confronting this discord is a step towards breaking free from the hold of a narcissist and regaining control over their happiness and well-being. 4. External pressure and stigma. At times, society can place expectations on women to maintain relationships even if they are silently enduring hardships. Women may feel compelled to uphold a facade despite facing turmoil within their homes. Concerns about the perception of others discovering the dysfunction and mistreatment in their relationships weigh heavily on them. The dread of being judged, ostracized, or isolated from their circles can compel them to remain in situations regardless of the severity. This pressure to remain in a relationship can be stifling, ensnaring women in a cycle of distress and feigned contentment. Additionally, there's often a connotation surrounding divorce or separation from a partner, amplifying feeling of guilt and shame for women in predicaments. Overcoming this pressure and societal stigma requires defying norms and prioritizing personal well-being above all else. Through encouragement and empathy, women can muster the strength to liberate themselves from constraints and embrace a life defined by freedom and joy. 5. Low self-esteem and insecurity. Women who struggle with feelings of self-worth and ongoing insecurities can be drawn to individuals. They often have difficulty recognizing their worth and seek validation and approval from others. When a narcissist showers them with praise and affection in the stages of a relationship, a strategy known as love bombing, it temporarily boosts their self-esteem. This influx of attention reinforces their belief that they deserve love and admiration, even if only briefly. As a result, they get caught in a cycle of seeking approval, from the narcissist longing to experience those moments of validation. Despite the nature of this pattern, the appeal of feeling appreciated and cherished for a moment keeps them ensnared in the grasp of the narcissist. 6. The Charismatic Trap. Narcissistic individuals have a talent for captivating and influencing others, drawing them into their world with their charm. This charisma often proves irresistible to women who become captivated by the narcissist's presence. At the start of the relationship, they might believe they found their partner, their soulmate. However, beneath the facade of charm lies a truth of manipulation and dominance. Despite the flags, these women find themselves caught in the narcissist's trap, unable to escape from the spell of their allure. This situation creates an emotionally exhausting relationship, where the woman is constantly trying to satisfy the narcissist and win their affection. 7. Sunk cost fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy is a bias that influences our decision-making. It often leads individuals to persist in endeavors that are no longer fruitful simply because they have already invested resources into them. In the context of relationships involving partners, many women find themselves ensnared by this phenomenon. Despite recognizing the nature of the relationship, they struggle to break free. They cling to the belief that persistent efforts will eventually lead to improvement. The emotional investment of time, energy, and affection makes it challenging for them to accept that their efforts may be in vain. This attachment prevents them from acknowledging the damage within the relationship. Despite harboring doubts about an outcome, they continue to hold on, yearning for a transformation. Overcoming the grip of the sunk cost fallacy demands a shift in mindset, embracing the idea that it's acceptable to prioritize self-care and well-being over a situation. 8. Isolation and alienation. Narcissistic individuals employ tactics to manipulate their partners, such as distancing them from friends, family, and anyone who may offer clarity. This seclusion can leave women feeling adrift and isolated, trapped in a corridor with no escape route. Stripped of the guidance and comfort of loved ones, they may struggle to perceive the severity of the situation. They could even internalize the falsehoods spun by the narcissist, questioning if they are at fault. This profound sense of seclusion complicates their efforts to break away from the dynamic. It's akin to being engulfed by solitude without a soul extending a helping hand. Overcoming this isolation entails seeking assistance and rekindling connections with those who genuinely care for them. These bonds provide the fortitude and encouragement to liberate themselves from the clutches of the partner. 9. Financial dependence. Relying on a narcissist for support can greatly complicate the decision to end a relationship. When a woman lacks her income or job, the prospect of managing can seem daunting, potentially leaving her feeling trapped. Narcissists often exert control by manipulating finances, using money as a tool to maintain power over their partner. Threats of cutting off assistance can further entrap the woman, making it challenging for her to consider leaving. The absence of autonomy may leave her with options even in the face of mistreatment. Escaping this cycle of dependence involves both bravery and strategic planning. Seeking assistance from friends, family, or support networks can be pivotal in breaking free from manipulation and reclaiming agency. 10. Hope for change. Many women continue to have faith that their narcissistic partner will change despite facing mistreatment. They believe that by loving them or putting in effort, things will improve miraculously. It's as if they are convinced they can mend the parts within the narcissist. This hope acts like a lifeline during times, guiding them through the phases of their relationship. Despite enduring pain and disillusionment, they persist in holding on to this flicker of hope, wishing fervently for a transformation. Escaping this cycle of hope proves challenging. It involves acknowledging that the narcissist may never change and realizing that true happiness lies in letting go and moving forward. With encouragement and assistance, women can summon the courage to release hopes and pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. The inquiry into what type of woman remains with a narcissist is intricate and multifaceted, influenced by rooted emotional and societal factors. From feelings of self-worth and fear of abandonment to attachment due to past trauma or financial reliance, there exist numerous explanations as to why women might find themselves ensnared in toxic relationships with narcissists. Escaping from these patterns takes bravery, encouragement, and a readiness to face realities. It's only through acknowledging and dealing with the root problems that women can regain control over their lives and create a beginning based on self-compassion and strength.